Wait a minute.
Hey, good morning. It's Saturday already. And today it's the Army-Navy game. So we were supposed to have David Goggins here yesterday, but that was an uphill climb. I had some resistance there, some internal resistance on his end. But it ain't happening. But I'm next month. I'm gonna be doing a Navy SEAL stretch PT. I'll do like 2 Fridays in a row, 2 workouts a day with the Edinburgh JROTC. It's gonna be the 4th year that I've done that. Kind of made it a tradition. Isn't that kind of cool? Well, in Galatians, Paul does something awesome. He, in Galatians, like nowhere else, he puts it together. What he does, and he kind of nibbles at it, right? Like, he basically says, circumcision, no circumcision, doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. You know, it's kind of foolish to make somebody go through that when it really has no bearing on your salvation, right? And that's the key, okay? So he talks about the law, but God made a promise to Abraham before Moses, before God gave the law to Moses. Okay, and when I was reading this, so when I was reading this, I'm thinking about like all the work that goes into building the scaffolding and the launch pad for a rocket, and then the rocket takes off and tears up the scaffolding and burns up the platform. But was the platform have of no value? No, it had a lot of value, and that's kind of what he's saying about the law, right? But the promise of God to Abraham was first and trumps the law. The law would condemn you, okay? But unless you could do it, one that could uphold the law totally was the Christ, which was Jesus, okay? And then that's when the promise got triggered, okay? So through Christ, Christ trumps the law. Faith, okay? So I got to ask about somebody doubted their faith. I'm like, what do you mean you doubt your faith? Okay, you believe in Jesus, right? Well, the vocabulary is limited, and it doesn't do a good job describing a lot of things. Okay, and I can see how I got things out of order. All right, getting in the boxing ring, being so scared. I had butterflies the size of bats in my stomach. I thought I was going to throw up. And I got to do something. And remember Rocky prayed in the movies. And I got on my knees and I prayed. And somebody taught me I had to ask forgiveness of my sins, so I did that. And I asked I couldn't, my pride wouldn't let me ask for the win. But I asked us to, to give me strength and courage and keep us both from harm. And I stood up, and the butterflies weren't so big anymore. I'm thinking, this place could be full of demons, and King Kong could be in the other corner. I'd have the advantage. If there's a God, he's on my side. I'd have the advantage. All right, and that gave me courage. But at the end of the fight, I'm like, I'm bad, right? I forgot all about, asking for the God and the Holy Spirit, which I didn't even understand at the time, to work in my behalf. All right, but he, not saying that he wasn't. He was doing it. I wouldn't give him credit, and I think that happens a lot. I think that a lot we forget that we ask for him for that supernatural power to work on our behalf, and then when it does, we're like, "Look what I did!" All right, or we forget that it's there, And I can go through some stuff, and it's definitely supernatural. I mean, there's no way, there was no way that things were going to happen the way that they did, and they did. Getting back into SEAL training after getting a letter in my record saying not recommended for any further training, and bam, there I am. I'm in, right? And I'm making it. Running. In the Panama invasion, you gotta get off the boat, and it was a split. For some reason, there was a big gap in our squad, and there between the other part of my squad and me, there was a firefight going on, and I had to get up. It was about 70, 80 yards. I'm in a full sprint, and and you think real fast, and I'm thinking, well, my guys won't shoot me. We're trained, to target acquisition, right? Not to shoot our guys. And so I'm running up this runway. Bullets are skipping across the asphalt. I can see a chunk of asphalt come up like a divot, right? And I made a conscious effort to pick my feet up higher and faster, running through that volley of fire. And looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking, right? But I did it. And, that, and all these things I called on, Lord help me, and, and so he's there. He's there when you call him. He's there. What doesn't work real good is asking for help and then denying that he's going to give it to you, and help me, but then you're not going to help me, You can't do that. You can't ask for help and then deny that it's coming, okay? But what Paul does is he says, basically, he's the one that spells it out clear as crystal in Galatians, that through the Spirit, which is a direct connection to God and Jesus Christ, we have salvation. Okay, the whole, that's where Adam and Eve went wrong in the garden, was looking at any other source but God for their answers. Taking in any other information but that which came from God is where they went wrong. Okay, is where we go wrong. Okay, and it's been the coolest thing. I don't even know how many pages I have left yet, but it's been the most amazing thing of reading scriptures the way I have this time and meditating on them and getting clear as clear. All I got to do, it's the coolest thing. It's like all I got to do is remember one little thing in the scriptures I read the day before, and bam, it all opens up in my mind. It's like that one little thing I remember. And in this case, it was remembering that Paul basically says the law is good, but the law is with Christ. The law is not as good as having that direct connection through the Holy Spirit of God and Jesus. Okay, and through Jesus we have that Holy Spirit. Right? But in Galatians, it is that connection that gets made better than anywhere else I've read in the Bible so far. He puts it together this way, clearer and more concise than anywhere I've read in the Bible to this point. All right. Have a great Saturday.